Oh, what's that? Oh, it looks so great. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk about Instagram. I suppose many of you have Instagram accounts like me, right? Because I have one for like the English team, and then I have another one, of course, my own account, and then the private one. Of course, I'm not going to open that to all of you over here because it's a private one. Sorry about it. But anyway, today I would like to share an article with you. If you have time, you can just Google it by typing these words. 5 years on, untangling Instagram's growing web of influence. Well, if I hadn't read this article, I wouldn't realize that. It's been 5 years since Instagram has been hot. I don't really know that it's been 5 years already, so happy birthday, Instagram, okay? And of course, you can see over here it has a guest list stretching to 400 million users. That means, well, I'm one of them, alright? And of course, another thing which is quite important to you, and then maybe all of you know about it, is that many of the users, it mentioned over there, almost half of them. Why? How can they, how can they have the figure over here? How do they have the statistics over here? I'm not quite sure anyway. That means most people over here are under 25. That means if you're older than 25, you are too old for Instagram. Oh my god, no kidding. Anyway, so actually, what is an Instagram account? So if you actually have some time and you can just read this article, is actually a photo sharing application, and then a really popular one. And why is it so popular? Because the platform, and the design is very simple, because it mentioned over here simplicity. Yeah, I think this is really important, especially these days, and then not so many people know how to use their phone. I mean, they just know that this is a smartphone. They use it to, talk to their friends on WhatsApp, right? And then they would like to take crazy selfies, and then they would like to upload their videos online, whatever. But actually, so many people, why are those apps so popular? Just because their design is really simple. Even those at their teens, they know how to handle that, just because it's really simple. What you have to do, if in my case, alright, I just have to create an account, follow people, get people follow me, and then I just keep, seeing that. Oh my god. Alright, and then whenever I come across with something I like, for example this one, I would just check, for example, everyone's falling in love. I'm just like, oh my god, why do I have to see something like this? But anyway, if I find something meaningful or I like that, okay, so I would just follow that. But of course, and then if I don't really like that, simply I just go ahead, right? And then to see other things, and then look at the buttons over here, and then the options over here. So if I just want to see new people, I can just click clear. Oh, Emma Watson, oh, she's so hot. And PewDiePie, oh my god, I love him so much, because actually he's had his new book already, and I'm going to buy it anyway. Right, I'm going to find it. And oh no, this is not the cup of tea. And there are actually so many things for you to see online, especially on Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna get this, but anyway, forget about me, alright? So just because the design is really simple, and that's why so many people can just can use it. And then even those, and then you really have that kind of online shops, and then they would like to create an account so that they can follow people, and then let people follow them as well. All right, but actually there are 6 aspects according to this article mentioned over here. And for example, the first one, let me see, fashion. Alright, because I read this article, and then of course, and then it mentions over here the best Instagram accounts are inspirational, but they also tell a story. Yeah, and of course, that kind of, if you put the pictures there, and then the brands, the designers, if they do so, and then they kind of invite their followers into your previously closed world. That means you are talking or you are communicating with your followers still, which is a good thing. And an example over here will be Baldwin, right? And then Baldwin's, and then they got the ready to wear collection, and then now he's got like 1.3 million users. maybe many of them just like me, right? And then we cannot afford to buy that. But of course, we can just, just try to see what's going on with that. So that's cool. And then the next part and then is the art thing, because it mentioned over here in the art and fashion, and and then they are actually linked together. So whenever people talk about fashion, they talk about art. And yep, to me actually some artwork, and then what, and then the artists are really great people, but sometimes and I don't know how they think, and that's why if they have an Instagram account, and then I can just have a look on their masterpiece, and then I can get to know and a little bit more about them. So that's why it mentions over here artistic process to a broader audience. Yeah, typically this is the case. And of course, another thing in the Instagram has been really popular just because in the pictures show that where you travel. And then of course, when I'm doing my traveling, and then I usually have time, and if the pictures I took are great enough and are good enough, so I would just upload them to Instagram. Of course, I have to make sure that I got Wi-Fi connection, and just like the case over here. Wow, this guy quit his job and to become a really famous photographer on Instagram. He just shared his great pictures on Instagram, and people just like it, and then they just follow him. I guess this is something, and then something those traditional photographers can't really do in the past, right? And the next thing is the food. Right, I guess many of us know what food porn is, because you know what, whenever you're so hungry at midnight and then you see people upload their pictures on their Instagram account, just like me, I really like to do things like that. Let me share mine with you. Ta-da. Oh my god. Alright, I shouldn't do it like this, sorry. Anyway, just give you an example, right? Because and then sometimes and then the food itself is not really attractive, but it looks really good in photos, and that's why some people get really famous or get really, they gain their popularity because of the great photos they upload on Instagram of about their food. Alright, cool. And then on the other hand, over here it mentioned, it's actually I think sometimes CSC and then has been really harsh, because it mentioned over here for some unknowns, if they want to gain popularity or worldwide recognition, alright, they would just try to put them on Instagram, and then people get famous because of this. But of course you have to know that you got to have some really great pictures. Of course you have to get a great phone, of course, and then later on then you can just upload the pictures online, and then if people know about you from your hashtags, probably you will have some chance to get famous. And of course, for some high profile users, for example over here it mentioned that it's a supermodel, right? They try to create their significance online on Instagram, and of course some people would like to create it by this. Maybe they have to upload sexy photos over there. I don't know, I don't understand why they have got to do that. And then the next one, and then many of you don't really know about, maybe, is the activism. Some people like to have some activity, or they would like to have some that kind of campaign, and then they really like people to join, and that's why they would just put it up on Instagram so that more and more people would know about this. I guess in my case, for my Instagram, actually this is a place for me to show my feeling or to share what I want to say with my friends typically, and that's why I'm not going to open this to all of you, sorry about it. But if you really like to follow, just follow the English team's account. Thanks.